Hi guys, welcome to another market news and updates. I'm your boy Omi. उम्मीद करता हूँ आप लोग सब खैरियत से होंगे. Let's jump in and find out what are the details today. And remember to stay hungry and stay foolish, just like Steve Jobs did and said. So let's not panic in these markets and find out the details for today. Greed and fear index को देखें आज तो it's exactly at 20. Yesterday we were at 25. We dumped lower last night, and उसके signs clearly we can see here in our greed and fear index as well. If we jump lower and we try to see 1 year के अंदर whether this has any significance for us, तो हम लोग यहाँ देख सकते हैं it is quite significant. We've had this base before that we built in June, and June के बाद से we can see that we are beginning to have a similar base here, not exactly the same because obviously market sentiments have changed a lot from these times and times now. We have El Salvador, MasterCard, Google, Apple, and so many other big companies right now part of cryptocurrencies as well. So we can see that volatility coming here that we didn't see here as much because यहाँ पे still we had retail investors, institutions that had just entered the markets. Here we have big players now, so we have bigger volatility coming in the market as well. That is one point you have to note always. Bubbles में जाएं तो crypto bubbles are completely red today. Just seeing one lone warrior here, Luna, had a good upside. Like we discussed, 48 say it's come back to 50 regions. Now it's trading about 54. Looks all right. If we go into the week time frame, we can still see that week it's still very low compared to where it was at $58. So slowly it's gaining there. Hour maybe they can, it's looking very good right now. Things look good for Luna, and that is a very good sign for us here. Overall अगर हम लोग बाकी सारे coins को देखें, they look very bearish. Market is still in a very strong downtrend, so we have to be very careful and still practice DCing in small entries and not go big or get home. You know, like they say, go big or go home. But here we just have to be very careful and don't go so big that you're not gonna have money later for your other DCA situations. So just be patient here. Hopefully market is gonna recover. Nothing keeps going down and down and down. Let's see what Walter is going to tell us today and what are the details Walter has to share. A lot of news looks very hard. A lot of aggression right now in the news. We can say NATO strong blurb. This is the most dangerous moment in security in a generation. Russia's upper house of parliament votes in favor of giving Putin formal authority to deploy Russian armed forces abroad. Happened about 14 minutes ago. We have over 100 jets, a high alert. So NATO is again giving some kind of a warning and showing some aggression there. Senior Russian lawmakers say proposed deployment of Russian forces to Donbass is designed solely to avoid a big war of that kind that the US and Ukraine appear to want. We can see $100 will serve as oil floor for some time. Oil prices are rising, gold has started to pump, so we can definitely see market के अंदर scarcity वाले commodities are beginning to have a very good upside coming, and that will always happen because they are natural commodities. और नेचुरल कमोडिटीज ऊपर ही जाएंगी जब हालात खराब होने लगेंगी बिकॉज उनकी तादाद बहुत कम होती है, लिमिटेड होते हैं, स्कार्सिटी है, सो दे हैव टू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ अ रिलेशनशिप. Russian Deputy Minister asked Upper House of Parliament to approve deployment of Russian troops in Donbass, which has been approved, like we just saw in the news here. So बहुत ज़्यादा जो है अभी वॉर के अंदर अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा अनसर्टनिटी है, अभी भी बहुत सारे इश्यूज चल रहे हैं. There is things gonna happen, not gonna happen. And then yesterday, obviously the biggest news that they accepted Donbass and the other state as an independent state, so that brought a lot of other fluctuations also into the markets. Investing में देखें तो we can clearly see tech stocks जो है ना वो काफी ज्यादा डिस्टर्ब हुए हैं, कोई क्लियर डायरेक्शन नजर नहीं आ रही इस वक्त टेक स्टॉक्स के अंदर. So we just have to be very careful looking at that too because we are considering Bitcoin as a tech stock as well. White House is saying now calling Russian move on Ukraine an invasion, set stage for strong sanctions. So UK, EU has already sent their sanctions. We're still waiting for Mr. Biden to announce United States sanctions coming on Russia. That's going to give us more clarity. I feel like once the sanctions and once all this hulu hala drama in the media is going to finish out, probably we're going to have better things to come. We can see Russia Senate gives authorization for Donbass troops deployment. So these are the states yesterday that they have agreed to make them as an independent state. As you can see this map, you can clearly see all these nations are NATO nations, and the only good relationship Russia has is with mainly with Belarus. So obviously, if all these NATO is going to gather here and they also make Ukraine part of it, they will be exactly in front of Russia, and that will be a very big problem for it to be a very strong nation in this geopolitical map. एंड ऑल्सो अगर इस सिचुएशन के अंदर हम लोग देखें तो बहुत सारे मसले भी आ सकते हैं अगर यहाँ से पाइपलाइन गैस की जानी है एंड सारी यूरोप को गैस प्रोवाइड करनी है. सो अगर यहाँ पर यूक्रेन के थ्रू जानी है और यूक्रेन ही यूनेटो का हिस्सा हो जाएगा तो दे कैन इजिली ब्लैकमेल रशिया. मतलब बहुत सारी नेगेटिव चीजें रशिया के साथ हो सकती हैं. सो दिस इज द वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टाइम. We really have to monitor these situations because it's a very uncertain time, and this is also a time for BTC to get tested, because the biggest thing I have seen is BTC haven't been tested yet when it comes to Bitcoin and war and things like this. It's gonna be like really really first time, because the last time Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, other Middle Eastern nations, they didn't adopt Bitcoin as a substitute and then a war happened. So this is a very very crucial time in history as well that we have to monitor ourselves. बिग डाटा देखते हैं गेट डॉट आईओ पे. सो वी कैन सी बिग डाटा या फिर गेट डॉट आईओ के ऊपर इस वक्त अबाउट लिक्विडेशन डाटा के अंदर 1 आवर में 3.78 चल रहा है, 24 आवर्स में 7717 एम. गेट पे देखें तो 1.38 बिलियन की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट पोजीशंस आर ओपन राइट नाउ. ग्लोबल इज अबाउट 7.03 बिलियन. Positions are okay, size is okay, money is coming into the markets, but the concern is that the volume is lacking generally in the charts. We jump here, we can clearly see कि इतनी ज्यादा जो है वो डेली के अंदर अभी वॉल्यूम नहीं है. फॉर द पास्ट 2 to 3 days वी कैन क्लियरली सी ऐसे वॉल्यूम डिप हो गई है. दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी बिग कंसर्न राइट नाउ फॉर अस. So if we jump here again and we see तो block orders में भी we can see future में about 7.19 and short के अंदर about 70.82 m. spot में देखें तो it's about 3.9 and 6.44. तो अभी भी बहुत ज़्यादा short positions जो है वो block orders में open हुई हुई हैं. यहाँ पे भी अगर हम long और short positions का ratio देखें तो market is very very scared right now, experiencing FUD. तो उसके अंदर mainly people are preferring to open shorts, but always like I tell you guys, जब market it takes one side directions right, that's the time you have to have very good entries, because you can't have a market completely bearish or completely bullish. Market will always give relief rallies, market will always pump and bring an upside. Nothing can just go up in one line and just can't come down in one line. So अगर हम लोग यहाँ पे भी देखें now, after dumping for past the 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 7 days, about a whole week, now we are consolidating and we are kind of building support on our levels of 37,500. अभी तक अच्छा रिएक्शन आया. We have bounced here as well. There are also some people saying that we are in a very good falling channel. तो हम लोग चैनल को भी टेस्ट कर लेते हैं, देख लेते हैं whether it is something for us to have. So हम लोग अगर इसको zoom in करें and try to see the situation going on in it, looks pretty okay, but my sign and my confusion here will be that it looks like it is likely to break out from here very very soon. But if we do keep going down and bouncing between these lines and go like this, at some point we're going to break out from here, because about 60 to 70% of these channels do break out upside, just like we saw even in our long-term channel that we were falling from, our falling wedge that we can see clearly here हमारे big time frame के अंदर. That one we kept falling out and then we broke out from that too. So if we are in another one like this here, there's a very very high likeliness that we are gonna break out on the upside. But when that is gonna happen exactly, we have to really really watch the news, look at the updates that are coming for us in the markets right now. ETH को भी देख लेते हैं. If we jump into ETH, similar situation going on in ETH as well. यहाँ पे भी हम लोग अगर चाहें, we can draw ourselves a channel and just check it out. How is this playing out as well? So we will draw it in the day. Ideally I like to draw things in day and weekly time frames, and then if you want you can adjust them in shorter time frames also. उसमें होता ही है कि it becomes a lot easier for you to look at it and understand it in similar fashion. So if we can take this line, we will bring it back here and probably move this line slightly here so it matches our bottom lines. अब हम लोग यहाँ पे देखें तो इट्स नॉट अ ब्रॉडनिंग वेज एज वी हैव सीन राइट नाउ इन BTC. तो यहाँ पे जो है इट्स बिकमिंग ऑल्सो क्वाइट सिमिलर इन अ सिचुएशन दैट वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट सम मैसिव अपसाइड कमिंग ऑल्सो. मेन थिंग इज इट्स अ फॉलिंग चैनल. यूजुअली ऑल फॉलिंग चैनल्स हैव 60 to 70% chances of breaking upside, which we've also seen in several situations. One thing that I really want to check it out is that we can clearly see that volume is lacking. MACD has been on the downside for some time. RSI has also been downside for some time right now. I'm looking for whether we can find any divergences, but not yet. Nothing interesting for us to claim that this is a confirmed divergence. There are some divergences, but because the news is so bearish, so फिर market instead of going up will have a downside. So in situations like this, the best thing you can do and make your life easy is just go on gate.io and follow copy trading, because if you are going to be doing copy trading, you're going to have less chances, less stress and less troubles, because somebody else will do all the hard work for you and you're just going to get USDT or the profits that you like. So I'm going to be getting into some trades as well. I'm very bullish on AVAX, so I'm considering to enter maybe this one. I'm going to look for other pairs also. I would suggest you guys should also look at them, and if you want to look at them, just click in the link given in the description below and join gate.io, join copy trading app. That's definitely going to help you. So अब हम लोग BTC को भी देख लेते हैं, what we can expect in the next 24 hours. So what I was noticing for the past few days, if I try to jump into my day time frame in my banded resistance chart, we can see हम लोग exactly आके जो है ना बैठे हुए इस वक्त trying to retest this position, which is a very natural thing to do. Breakout, come back, retest, and then have an upside. So that is one interesting thing. And another interesting thing I was looking at closely was that the last time we dumped, we kind of pumped about 39 to 40% of an upside. So we have had a similar situation here as well. अगर हम लोग देखें इसको closely, it's about 36-40%, not much different. 2 to 3% इधर उधर होना is pretty normal, pretty natural. So if we do expect if situations go very bad, what we have to really look out for us is we can dump down about 27 to 30% again. So if we do try to trigger that here, कि अगर हम लोग इस level से dump करते हैं almost to these levels. Right now we're 18%. Let's assume we have to go about 26. So it just comes back down to the bottom that we just touched here as well. So quite similar situation. If we do break this also and say, okay, like let's go 30%, so that is still gonna be a higher low in our weekly time frames. So this is something, these two things I was watching very carefully. For right now, it's very good to be just patient and wait for this retest to happen. For me, this is my accumulation zone, so I've already started DCAing since the market started dropping, because I strongly feel it's gonna be massive news in the market if we go below 30,000 or 28,000, 29,000. Significantly, why? It's our cycle top and bottoms historically. We've had the bounce from here, so it's gonna be a very interesting time if that does happen, because a lot of people will go very bearish then. For now, just be patient in the markets, be very careful, and don't just jump into the trades. I've been saying that from last week. Have to repeat myself every day, but hopefully I guess you guys are beginning to learn that. So that's all for today's video, guys. I hope you liked today's video. If you do, smash the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. That's what keeps me motivated and make these videos for you guys. Take care, guys, and stay foolish, stay hungry, just like Steve Jobs said. Don't give up. That's how life goes about. So bye guys.